Hussein, Raleigh, North Carolina. You're listening on WEEB, is that correct?
That is correct, Mark. Yes. Hey, I've lived in 2 southern states. I've lived in Florida. Now I'm in North Carolina, in Raleigh. When I was in Florida, my child was in an elementary school. It was 40% Hispanic. Overnight, over a period of 2 years, it became 70% Hispanic. And all of a sudden, it became a dual-language school.
Well, now, wait a minute. Does Obama send his kids to that school?
No, he doesn't send his kids to that school. So
doesn't he want to enjoy the new diversity that's available in that school? How about Holder? Does he send his kid to that school? How about any of your senators or congressmen? Do they send their kids to that school?
I think they're too good for that school in their own minds. But I had a child that had a lot of confidence and had a lot of spunk. All of a sudden, he's in a dual-language school. Half of the lessons, half of the day were in English, the other half were in Spanish. The 70% of Hispanics that were there, they had the advantage. And all of a sudden, my kid's grades started slipping. He needed remedial courses. I got him the hell out of Florida, only to find out in Raleigh, things started happening. We started getting an influx of illegal immigrants and people from the Middle East. And it was, what I'm telling you is they're coming in buses. It's a strategic plan by the Obama administration to place these people in red states. These people.
And by the way, before people go, oh, there goes that nut. You're not a nut. In fact, I read an article that wasn't even from, the mainstream news, that busloads of immigrants and illegal immigrants from all over the world are showing up in rural communities all of a sudden.
Right, and they're changing the community overnight. It's not that they're coming here; it's that they're being placed in a specific location, and all of a sudden, the Americans that have been living there, their lives have changed overnight. And you don't see these people being placed in places like New York. You don't see them in Boston. You don't see them in Seattle, Washington. No, they're strategically placed in these southern states, in these red states, to change the voting bloc. And that's what it's about. And it really has me upset that our lives have changed so much, and my kids' lives have changed. And, all Republicans, these marble-mouthed John Boehner and Mitch McConnell, who don't say a word, they funded this. They allowed this to occur. They remind me of cowards. They remind me of men who are in public, who in public they're very shy, they're very meek, but behind closed doors with their own, they try to bully them, they try to act like men, they try to beat them. It's like a man beating his family. That's how they treat their own, which really has me upset. I mean, they treat people like Cruz. They treat people like Rand Paul. They bully them. They call them names.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what we're dealing with here. I don't know how to reverse this.
Well, people like you talking to your family and neighbors and so forth, it doesn't hurt. And Hussein, you're a great caller. I appreciate it. Take care of yourself. He raises a lot of important points, and we all know he's right.